Crimson Veil of Blackthorn Manor. Prologue. The Cursed Bloodline. The Blackthorn family had long been whispered about in the mist-shrouded valleys of Cornwall. Their ancestral manor, perched atop a cliff, where the sea roared like a vengeful god, was said to be cursed. Every heir since the 17th century had met a grim end, suicides in the turret, vanishing into the moors, or worse, those who returned changed, their eyes hollow and hands stained with inexplicable crimson. The villagers crossed themselves at the name, blaming the family's founder, Alaric Blackthorn, a alchemist who'd bargained with forces beyond the veil. But the last heir, 23-year-old Evander Blackthorn, knew the truth was far more terrible. Chapter 1. The Return. Evander had fled Blackthorn Manor at 16, vowing never to return. But 7 years later, a letter arrived, its wax seal imprinted with the family's thorned crest. The veil thins. The debt comes due. Come home, or all is lost. The words were scrawled in his mother's hand, a woman who'd thrown herself from the East Tower when he was a child. He returned to a manor crumbling into rot. Vines clawed the stone walls, and the air smelled of iron and wilted roses. In the grand hall, he found his younger sister, Lysandra, now 17. Her once vibrant eyes were clouded, her wrists wrapped in bandages stained rust red. "It's the veil," she whispered. "It's hungry, and it wants you." Chapter 2. The Crimson Pact. Alaric's journals revealed the truth. The curse was no accident. He'd murdered his wife Isolde to power a ritual that granted him immortality, trapping her soul in a realm between life and death, the veil. But Isolde's grief festered, twisting the veil into a ravenous force that demanded Blackthorn blood every generation. The family's survival depended on sacrifice, one life to sate the veil's hunger, sparing the rest. Evander recoiled. Lysandra's bandages hid gashes from her desperate attempts to bleed herself instead of him. "I won't let you die for me," he swore. But Lysandra shook her head. "It's too late. The veil doesn't want me. It wants the heir who ran." Chapter 3. The Thinning. The veil's presence grew. Shadows writhed with phantom hands. Portraits wept blood. Lysandra weakened, her skin translucent as moonlight, while Evander dreamed of Isolde, a spectral figure in a tattered gown, her voice a dirge. "End the cycle. Free us both." In the manor's catacombs, Evander found Alaric's skeleton, still clutching a dagger etched with runes. The journals spoke of a way to dismantle the pact. The dagger must be plunged into the heart of a Blackthorn by their own hand. A final act of repentance, but Alaric had been too cowardly to do it. Chapter 4. The Choice. On the night the veil thinned completely, Lysandra collapsed, her breath shallow. The walls oozed blood, and Isolde's wails shook the foundations. Evander gripped the dagger. To break the curse, he would have to die. But as he pressed the blade to his chest, Lysandra stirred. "No," she rasped. "There's another way. She doesn't want vengeance. She wants peace." In a flash, Evander understood. Isolde's spirit wasn't a monster. She was a prisoner, just as they were. The veil's hunger was her endless grief. He dropped the dagger and did the unthinkable. He embraced the shadow.
into starlight. Epilogue. The bloom in the ashes. When dawn broke, Blackthorn Manor was silent. The vines retreated, revealing stone cleansed of decay. Lysandra recovered, her wounds healing into scars. Evander remained, tending the gardens where roses now grew, blood red yet fragrant, their petals uncorrupted. In the village, rumors shifted. The Blackthorns were no longer monsters, but a testament to an ancient truth. Even the darkest chains can be broken, not by blood, but by mercy. Years later, travelers would swear